welcome back to my habitat. Today we're gonna decorate this big pumpkin with flowers from my front garden. Let's get started. I've been thinking of this design of pumpkin for like the last 3 weeks. I saw it on Pinterest and I just can't get it out of my head. Basically, it's you taking flowers like this little daisy I found on my walk, and you put a layer of glue down, you glue it to the pumpkin, put more glue on top, let it dry. It has to be clear glue, that's important. And then you have like a collage of wildflowers or fall leaves, because I also have some ginkgo leaves. I'm gonna go pick some maple leaves that are beautiful bright red off my front tree. And you just kind of make a collage with a bunch of flowers. And the first thing I need to do is go harvest whatever flowers I have left in my front yard. And that's another great thing about this kind of design, is if you are somebody who loves working with florals and flowers from your garden, this is a great way to use up whatever flowers you may have left in your yard to make something fun and, you know, work with them a little bit more before the winter comes and they're all gone. Breaks my heart that these are going. Okay, now that I'm all in and freshly frozen, because it is freezing out and it's windy, and I think I'm gonna have this pumpkin propped up like so. And pretty much I'm gonna kind of create almost like a flat bouquet. So I'm thinking more leaves down here, almost in like a half circle shape, and then more flowers filling up this area, and a little bit more negative space at the top. Now that might completely change as I go and I start working with the flowers. Maybe I'll realize that it's a lot harder than I think, and of course I'll tell you if it is. But let me show you what I actually grabbed from my front yard. Okay, starting off with these big, beautiful Edison dahlias. I'm gonna be using the petals of these. Obviously, if I tried to glue this whole thing down, we would not work out very well. I'm sure it would just end up looking like a mass. So using the petals would be a great way to utilize your dahlias. I have some chunks of silver mound. I think even though this is still a flower bouquet, I think it's really important to have greenery and just some leaf texture inside with all the flowers. I think it makes it look more complete. Oh, I can already smell it. The blue salvia. This is one of my favorite flowers. I know I've said that before on other videos, but it smells amazing, and the color, especially whenever it's next to any sort of reds, beautiful. And of course, zinnias. I'll also just be using the petals, not the actual whole flower, because that will not lay flat. And then I also have some Celosia Ruby Parfait. Really beautiful flower. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these, but I picked them because I need to collect the seeds from these. Also have some very beautiful maple leaves. I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go with all these, but I am very excited to get started. As I was here kind of pasting the leaves and everything on, I realized that the big things like the heuchera leaves, even though they're beautiful, aren't the best. They don't lay as flat, and they're also pretty strong. Like, it's not a weak leaf. The veining kind of holds its shape, making it tricky to put down. What does really well that I've noticed so far are things like the weaker flower petals. You know, they're breakable, but you can lay them down and they'll stay down. I do not think I'm going to do the original thing like I first said with the half circle and then all the flowers coming up. I think I'm gonna do more like a mandala, yes. Kind of going from the circle and then going outwards in some sort of repeating pattern. So I laid these out. I like it in that design. So first thing we need to do is get rid of those, put them to the side for a second, and we'll put a layer of glue where those were laying down. And don't be shy, you can give a generous amount. And then we're just gonna lay down our leaves. Kind of pushing them down. They will pop back up. Like I said, this will take a few layers of glue. but don't worry, just stick with it. More glue on top of them. Don't be shy, this is going to be quite a bit of glue. Whenever it comes to holding the leaves down while you're painting the glue on, a skewer works great. Your finger tends to get in the way and attaches to the actual leaf. This doesn't. This just, holds it down while you brush on the glue, and it's fabulous. Next, I think I'm gonna put in some of the silver mound. And I think the first thing I'm gonna do is dip it in the glue, just so the leaves are fully submerged. And then I can put it on and lay it flat once it's already on. Kind of like so. Okay, I'm gonna try putting down one of these little daisies. Lay that perfectly like that. Beautiful. And I put a good dollop of glue at the top there. Okay. The petals are by far the easiest to put on. With the dahlias, I think I'm just gonna go around the daisies, almost kind of framing them. So I've been putting layers of glue as I've been putting on the other layers to try to build up kind of the coverage, I guess, to make sure everything stays down. I'm gonna put on one more layer on everything, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow morning. See you then. I love how this turned out. Okay, let me show you. Look at that. Okay, everything is popped beautifully. Not to mention, if you touch this, this is the most addictive thing to start touching. I was just wanting to say, this was a really fun craft. If you have kids or if you just like doing garden crafts, this is a fun one. It's quick, doesn't take much time. The only thing you really have to wait for is the glue to dry. The best part about it is you don't even need a garden to do this. You could totally walk through your local parks, pick up certain leaves and other grasses, and make something beautiful out of those. Such a fun craft. You should, guys, try this. This was fun. Okay, let's go put it outside. I'm gonna make this quick because it is freezing out here, and I'm still pretty much in my pajamas. So, I love how this turned out. Love the placement. I can't wait to start decorating a little bit more, especially whenever it comes a little bit closer to Halloween. Love how this turned out. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay crafty.